Welcome back to Enter Med School. Leo is here with another GI lesson. Today we're stepping into the Sphincter Club, where the bouncer has one rule: no relax. This whole hallway is your esophagus, and notice how it funnels down toward that tight entrance. That's the lower esophageal sphincter, the LES. In achalasia, the LES fails to relax, so the distal esophagus becomes this tight club entrance that won't open when it should. And because the entrance stays tight, pressure builds. Think increased LES resting pressure. And everything upstream starts backing up like a line outside a club at midnight. And here comes the main character, the massive bouncer posted at the door. This is the LES in achalasia. Too tight, won't relax, and basically says, yeah, nobody's getting into the stomach tonight. So patients feel it as dysphagia. And achalasia is famous in medical school because it causes progressive dysphagia, not just for solids, but solids and liquids. Now check out those ridiculously huge lips. That's your kissing clue. Chagas disease from Trypanosoma cruzi, spread by the kissing bug, can damage the nerves that normally tell this bouncer to chill out. So Chagas can cause secondary achalasia. Now look who's getting rejected, the VIPs. And the bouncer literally screams, no! That's not just attitude, it's physiology. Normally, the myenteric Auerbach plexus in the esophageal wall has inhibitory neurons that release NO and VIP. These are the backstage managers that tell the LES, open the door, relax the muscle. In achalasia, those inhibitory neurons degenerate, so the LES loses its relaxation signals. Translation, the bouncer never gets the VIP plus no memo, so the door stays tight and the line outside gets longer. And instead of a normal guard dog, he's got a crab on a leash. In medical school, crabs almost always scream cancer, and here the crab has two jobs. Job 1, an extraesophageal malignancy can create secondary achalasia, either by mass effects squeezing things from the outside or via perineoplastic effects messing with nerve function. So cancer can cause an achalasia-like picture. Job 2. Long-standing achalasia is associated with an increased risk of esophageal cancer because chronic stasis and irritation turn this hallway into a bad neighborhood over time. So, cancer can be a mimic/cause and also a downstream risk. Over here, we've got the progressive party crowd. Someone's trying solids with that burger, someone's trying liquids with the drink, and everybody's moving like the music has no rhythm. That's achalasia, progressive dysphagia to solids and liquids. And here's the classic contrast for medical school. Mechanical obstruction usually hits solids first, because liquids can still sneak through. Achalasia doesn't play favorites. Both get stuck. Now, the uncoordinated dancing is also your clue for manometry. Manometry shows uncoordinated or absent peristalsis. The normal wave pattern is gone. Plus increased LES. So it's not just a tight door. The whole hallway has lost its coordinated push. And now the diagnostic artist shows up with a bucket labeled barium white, painting a bright white bird with a dramatic long beak right at the entrance. That's your classic imaging. Barium swallow shows a dilated esophagus that tapers down into distal stenosis, the famous bird's beak sign of achalasia. So once you recognize this club scene, tight LES, lost NO/VIP inhibition, progressive dysphagia to solids and liquids, and that bird's beak on barium, what do we do about it? Treatment is about getting past the bouncer. Surgery, think physically loosening that too tight sphincter, and endoscopic procedures, like botulinum toxin injection, basically Botox for the bouncer, to help the LES relax. And that's achalasia, the Sphincter Club where the sign says, no relax. And unfortunately, it means it. Well, unlike that club, I reviewed way too many flashcards today on this website. Time to relax. See you next time.